It is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way at every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another, so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together to sing and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrienne Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing. Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today, we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Peggy Garrity, and I have the great honor and privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the University and conferring all of your degrees today. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. It's an exciting day for all of us. Graduates, we're very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you're walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today have special meaning and significance. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your own faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards, which I think is kind of that annoying tassel on them, they may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past, but seeing your faces today and conferring your degree is all about the future. It's about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and for the world. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors and our university president. We'll also hear from Mr. Fred Penner, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary doctorate of letters, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. And I'm so proud to be able to celebrate your honorary degree today. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it'll be your turn to be up here on the stage with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. And for everyone here, I'm sure that will be the most important part of today's ceremony. Your degree will actually be conferred as I congratulate you on the stage and we meet each other here. So please stop for a moment and say hello so I can congratulate each and every one of you. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan and the Board of Governors representative Christian Fotang join me here in recognizing your accomplishments today. we're also joined by Elder Dr. Francis Whiskeyjack, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the Convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of our Academy. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Education, and Native Studies are here to congratulate each graduand as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to the University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. And now I'd like to start by inviting greetings from the Board of Governors.
Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the Board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2023. It's also a day to celebrate the university which, by virtue of this marvelous milestone, has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2023 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've been changed over your years at the U of A. The knowledge you've gained here will enable you to address society's issues, influence others, and shape our collective future. You're now the kind of citizens who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in a competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way, today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our very heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor your successes, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
I'm now pleased to invite President Bill Flanagan to address Convocation.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you on this great celebration. And I would like to express a warm welcome to our honorary degree recipient, Mr. Fred Penner. Welcome. There's a lot of excitement about hearing your convocation address, I think. And our many guests in the audience, but above all, the graduating class of 2023. Graduates, we are here today to celebrate you and your accomplishments. And today marks a milestone in your life's journey, one that has been filled with exploration and excitement. And what you've accomplished along this journey required dedication and perseverance, and no doubt many countless late nights and early mornings. And at times, the journey may have seemed tough, perhaps even impossible. Yet here you are, you've made it. And we can't forget the added challenges that you faced along your time here. Many of you earned your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions, living through a pandemic that saw us toggling between in-person and online learning. I want you to know that this did not go unnoticed. On behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer our profound appreciation to each and every one of you. Regardless of the many changes and challenges you encountered along the way, you were always quick to adapt. You were resilient and demonstrated your tenacity. And most importantly, you came together as a community. And along with COVID-19, the university has undergone its own evolutionary journey during your time here amid challenging financial conditions and a restructuring that saw us forge new paths forward. There's still more work to be done, but I know that our institution is prepared for the future, and the future is bright. We are in a strong position to continue to advance this remarkable university, which has grown and endured and cultivated knowledge and ideas since its founding in 1908. And through 115 years of change, our core mission has always remained the same: to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. And there are many universities in the world doing meaningful work, but there are only a handful in the world doing globally recognized research on such a comprehensive array of some of the world's most significant challenges. Addressing climate change head-on, we are a global leader in developing net energy solutions that the world needs now. And one of the world's leading research universities in artificial intelligence, we are harnessing the remarkable potential of AI to touch so much of our lives, from improving human health and wellness to driving new efficiencies that will dramatically reduce energy consumption. And home to Canada's second Nobel Prize in Medicine, our health sciences are at the cutting edge of advancing human health and wellness in Canada and around the world. And as the Earth's population grows, our agricultural research is advancing global food security worldwide. And we are leading the way in advancing truth and reconciliation with a core commitment to recognize, honor, and incorporate Indigenous ways of knowing and knowledge in all that we do. And in the social sciences and humanities, we're advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, with an important focus on reducing social disparities in Canada and worldwide. I am proud to say that the University of Alberta is among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions to each and every one of these significant challenges. We are leading with purpose and developing solutions for our planet and our society. And today we celebrate the graduating class of the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Native Studies. And the Faculty of Education continues to advance transformative teaching, learning, and service for the public good. Building on the strengths of its nationally and internationally recognized teacher education program, the faculty is helping to create a more inclusive learning space and a more equitable society. And the impact of the faculty can be witnessed through the work of the Aboriginal Teacher Education Program, for example. I had the opportunity to meet with the students and faculty and staff in this program, along with the dean, earlier in the term. And I have to say, I was so impressed with this program and how it is supporting Indigenous students to thrive here at the University of Alberta and to go on to very meaningful careers in education. And other programs include the J.P. Das Centre for Development and Learning Disabilities, the Western Canadian Centre for Deaf Studies, along with the first Canada Research Chair in Deaf Education, and the Firefly Institute for Gender and Sexual Diversity. I know that the education students graduating today are prepared to enter the world and make an enormously important impact on the lives of their students. And I think a little bit of applause for that. And likewise, the graduating students of the Faculty of Native Studies are ready to make a tremendous impact. With a focus on reciprocal and sustainable community-based learning, the students in the Faculty of Native Studies participated in a Métis land-based learning course and the Indigenous Prison Arts and Education Program's Walls to Bridges project, which hosts classes off campus within a prison setting, bringing the U of A students and incarcerated individuals together to study as peers. And building on the remarkable success of the Indigenous Canada MOOC, the Faculty of Native Studies' new continuing education programs are providing learners with the knowledge and skills to contribute to Indigenous self-determination in courses such as tackling structural racism and Indigenous peoples and technoscience. And our collective impact and that of our graduates is recognized on the global stage, such as the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. This ranking is the only global performance measure that assesses universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including ending poverty, ending world hunger, climate action, and sustainable land use. The latest results are just in. The University of Alberta continues to climb in these ranks, and I'm proud to report that this year, the University of Alberta came in 7th in the world. This is our impact in Alberta, Canada, and around the world. And these rankings reflect a deep commitment in our research and teaching excellence, whether in the classroom or the lab, to seek challenges, drive change, innovate, and collaborate. This is what it means to lead with purpose, and each of you today has played an important part in building that global reputation. But undoubtedly, amid all of our many contributions, the University of Alberta's most significant contribution to society and to the world is the remarkable talent of our graduates, represented by all of you here today, and all of the incredible things that you will do as you embark on life's next chapter. You are the ones who will bring new energy and fresh thinking to the great debates of our times. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways you will use your skills, knowledge, and curiosity to help change the world for better. We are enormously proud of you. So today, we celebrate your achievements and the bright futures that are to come. And wherever life's journey takes you next, please know that you will always have a home right here at the University of Alberta. And in closing, I also wanted to take the opportunity to thank Joe Doucette, the Interim Vice Provost and College Dean for Social Sciences and Humanities. Joe, you need to wave your hand there. I have had the opportunity to work closely with Joe over the last 3 years. Joe has a long and distinguished record of service at the University of Alberta, serving as the Dean of the Alberta School of Business from 2013 to 2021. And I've worked closely with Joe over the last 3 years, and as we all know, the last 3 years were a tumultuous time for the University of Alberta. And I relied always on Joe's sage advice, his calm demeanor, his wisdom, his generosity, and above all, his unwavering devotion to the well-being of the University of Alberta. So I just want to wish Joe all the best. His term as Interim Vice Provost and College Dean will conclude at the end of this month, and I understand he's off on a grand European adventure, much deserved. But please join me in thanking Joe, and also congratulations again to our graduating class.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you.
How lucky are you to be armed with one of the greatest educations in the world and to be living in this country at this very point in human history?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Good morning, Eminent Chancellor. My name is Dr. Jennifer Tupper, and I have the pleasure of serving as Dean for the Faculty of Education. On behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my absolute privilege to introduce Fred Penner for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters, our institution's highest honor. Mr. Penner is a beloved Canadian entertainer whose impressive career is fueled by kindness, inclusion, and compassion, values deeply held by the University of Alberta community. During his grade school years, he learned the therapeutic value of music when he observed the impact his guitar playing had on his sister Susan, who has Down syndrome. After earning a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from the University of Winnipeg, Mr. Penner worked with underprivileged and special needs children, using music as a tool to build self-esteem. His professional music career began in the early 1970s. His iconic album and song of the same name, The Cat Came Back, catapulted his career, get it? Catapulted, and established him as a pioneer of children's music in Canada. His 4 subsequent albums all received Juno nominations. By the 1990s, he was considered one of North America's leading children's entertainers. He also starred in his very own television show, Fred Penner's Place, which ran on CBC for nearly 1,000 episodes over 13 seasons. The show also aired on Nickelodeon, and by 1992, the program's audience numbered 50 million children in the US alone. The hit series, which won a Juno and a Gemini Award, was a formative influence for many children throughout North America. In addition to entertaining generations of children and their families, including my own, Mr. Penner has tirelessly advocated for inclusion and acceptance to all children, particularly those with Down syndrome. He is also a generous supporter and spokesperson for World Vision, UNICEF, UNESCO, and countless other organizations that work with and support children. He is a 4-time Juno Award recipient, as well as a member of the Western Canadian Music Awards Hall of Fame and the Order of Manitoba. He was also made a member of the Order of Canada for using music and song to entertain and educate his young audience. He continues to record and tour, entertaining audiences of all ages. When my children were young, Mr. Penner's music became the soundtrack of our road trips in Saskatchewan and Alberta, making the time fly by as we sang along. We still find ourselves quoting his lyrics. They can really come in handy sometimes. In a 1992 interview, Mr. Penner remarked that, quote, "If you nurture a child in a positive way, then they will be positive, strong adults when they grow up," end quote. Today, we honor his lifelong commitments to the power of song and music to foster healing, learning, discovery, and creativity. We recognize his humanitarian efforts to uplift the lives of children around the world. And we celebrate his belief that we all have the ability to make a difference in the life of a child. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Fred Penner.
Isn't this exciting?
Fred Penner, in recognition of lifelong commitments to the power of song and music to foster healing, learning, discovery, and creative communities for the public good. I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. That was a pretty reputable group of recipients that we were watching there. And I certainly don't feel as if I fit in that category, for what I've been doing in my lifetime. But I am so delighted to be here. So, Eminent Chancellor, President, Representative on the Board of Governors, graduates, friends, and family, I thank you so deeply, and I'm so grateful to receive this honorary doctorate and for the opportunity especially to say a few words to you today. To you graduates, oh boy, you look fantastic. I congratulate you for all the hard work that brought you here today as you take this next step, this next important step in your lives. Fred Penner is my name. I was born and raised in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I have the privilege of being a musician and entertainer for 5 decades, a long, long time. And my commitment, as you've heard, has been to children and families across North America through live concerts, albums, books, and a 13-year children's television series on CBC called Fred Penner's Place that some of you just may recall. This path was never planned. I never had a plan in my life. I just sort of went along trying to figure out where life would lead me. But as I look back on my career, I see the circumstances and the decisions that have led me here today. But more importantly, I see all the people along the way who saw something in me that I didn't necessarily see in myself. When I was growing up, I was influenced by my family, certainly. I was surrounded by incredible music, the opera, classical, swing music from my parents, the early rock and roll from my older brother and sister, and especially, deeper in my heart was the folk music of my generation, the 60s. You remember the 60s, don't you? With all of these influences, I gravitated to anything musical or theatrical in grade school. Choirs from grade 3 all the way through, operettas, plays. But I wasn't a great academic student. I freely admit that. But I remember how vibrant and alive these rehearsals and performances made me feel inside. So when I was 15, I learned to play guitar and share the songs of my generation. The Beatles, you remember the Beatles, Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, Cat Stevens, and the list goes on. Deep in my heart, I think I really wanted music to be my career, but no one ever told me that it could be. So after high school, I was at a crossroads. I didn't know what to do. No one in my family had ever attended university. So I enrolled in the University of Winnipeg and earned a BA in economics. And even during these years at university, I was still immersed in music, madrigal choirs, chapel choirs, numerous folk groups that filled that part of my being. The day I graduated in the spring of 1970 was a proud day for me and my parents. And I'm sure this is a very proud day for you and your families, obviously. But as rewarding as graduation day was, I was still unclear of what lay ahead for me. Here I was at another turning point in my life. I knew I did not want to be an economist, he says with deep sincerity. But I didn't think that I had any other options, no marketable skills. I remember feeling apprehensive of what lay ahead of me. I didn't know where life was going to take me, but what I did feel was a trust in myself. I was young and healthy and ready to explore and discover how I fit in this crazy, crazy world that I was heading into. That trust was put to the test
just months after my graduation, when my life truly turned upside down. As you've heard, I had a younger sister, Susie, who was born with Down syndrome. And when I was a teenager, the two of us would listen to records. Remember those big flat things you put on records? And her favorite record was the soundtrack from West Side Story. And that incredible, truly incredible music from Leonard Bernstein would get totally inside and capture Susie's imagination. I was in awe. I was truly in awe as I watched her become totally immersed in these beautiful, beautiful songs, often to the point of tears. It was amazing for me to witness the power of music and how it moved Susie, and it truly had a profound effect on me. Susie was born with an inoperable heart murmur, and the prognosis was that she would not live to adulthood. So, in June of 1970, at 12 years old, Susie died from heart failure. Less than a year later, my father passed away from cancer. Two of the most important people in my life were gone. What now? As I said, and I'll say it again, I knew I didn't want to be an economist. So this was the moment I began to search my soul. In calm and quiet introspection, I began to pay attention to the voice that had been guiding me my whole life long. Looking back on my happiest moments, I realized that the only thing that made me feel truly fulfilled was music. So there it was. This was my bliss. And I was going to follow. I had a good voice. I could accompany myself on guitar, so off I went playing lounges and bars across the country as a solo act with a number of bands. And soon I began exploring any form of entertainment, musical comedy, serious acting roles, a wide range of performances that ultimately led to my first record. Altogether, The Cat Came Back. Exactly, in 1979. I began performing for families. Seeing the delight and excitement in the eyes of children reminded me of how deeply music affected Susie and how through her it affected me. At that point, I felt that any contribution I could make as a musician would honor Susie in some way. Knowing how sensitive and wise, truly wise children are, inspired me to not condescend to them in my shows. I did, and I still do, my very, very best to respect children and encourage their curiosity and love of music. So, as you step into the next phase of your life, I encourage you to find a calm and quiet place where you can pay attention to the voice inside you. The voice that is waiting to guide you to your bliss. Thank you. Here I go. Stepping over to the guitar. It's not in a cave anymore. I just have a little bit of music that I would love. This is my most comfortable position here, standing in front of a microphone with a guitar in my hands. The first song I want to share with you is a song called Proud. And it took on a whole different meaning as we went through the COVID experience. I now dedicate this song to all of the caregivers, all the frontline workers, the people who really worked so hard to keep us safe during that very, very challenging time of our lives. So, when I sing the word proud, I want you all to clap 2 times like this. You've got to be proud of the people around you, proud of the things that you do. 3rd time. Proud of your dreams and feelings inside, never afraid to let them shine through. No, never afraid to make them come true. Look at a child learning to walk, making the sound, starting to talk, finding something new each day. There's only one thing to say: you've got to be proud of the people around you, proud of the things that you do, proud of your dreams and feelings inside, never afraid to let them shine through. No, never afraid to make them come true. Writing a song, reciting a rhyme, helping a friend through a difficult time. Anything done with all your heart, that's a perfect place to start. You've got to be proud of the people around you, proud of the things that you do, proud of your dreams and feelings inside, never afraid to let them shine through. No, never afraid to make them come true. Knowing you did the best that you could, the end of a journey makes you feel good. A mom and dad at their baby's birth is the greatest pride on earth. You've got to be proud of the people around you, proud of the things that you do, proud of your dreams and feelings inside, never afraid to let them shine through. No, never afraid to make them come true, never afraid to let them shine through. No, never afraid to make them come true. You've got to be proud. A quick show of hands of how many do remember Fred Penner's Place? Oh, that's nice. The last song that I ended every Fred Penner's Place episode with is this little tune, and it's the most important song, as I've said to many audiences, that I will ever sing for you. Take good care of each other. That's what friends like to do. Let your sister and brother help you learn that it's true. We all need to feel wanted for the people who we are. After me, sing. Take good care. Take good care. Take good care. Take good care of each other. I have to admit, I had not intended on singing this next song, and I'll just do a little bit of this one, but on special request from a number of the folks behind me, on penalty of something or other. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, they thought he was a goner, but the cat came back, he just couldn't stay away. Give me a nice meow, go. Now old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat who wouldn't leave his home. He tried and he tried to give the cat away. He gave it to a man going far, far away. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, they thought he was a goner, but the cat came back, he just couldn't stay away. Where's that meow? Then he gave it to a man going up in a balloon, told him for to take it to the man in the moon. Balloon came down about 90 miles away. Where the man is now, well, I dare not say. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, they thought he was a goner, but the cat, he just couldn't stay away. Give me a meow. All right, sing it all again. Now the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, they thought he was a goner, but the cat, he just couldn't stay away. Meow. Meow.
Wow, what a special treat that was. In addition to your wonderful words, we all got entertained and reminded of the fact that you have inspired and entertained generations of people, and your story today definitely inspired us all once again. So thank you so much. We've got one more step for you, and that's to commemorate this honorary degree. We'd like to ask you to sign our honor roll. And that makes it official. You're now a member of the University of Alberta class of 2023. Welcome to the family. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called across the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees and will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. That's it, sitting right there in the middle of the stage. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. That's a pretty scary thought, to be honest, and I have to honestly say it's no longer true, so otherwise I'm not going near that thing. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you up here on the stage.
The candidates for degrees will please rise if you are able. Up you get. You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President, which will appear on the screen shortly. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, to our graduates, when you respond to the pledge, let's raise the roof of the Jubilee. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
These things I pledge myself to do.
Well done.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the greater good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper and Professor Roger Epp, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Lee Audrey Mankovichuk. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Education. Kaylee Jane Culbert. Paul Matthew Flowers. Kathy Giori. Elisa Jackson. Danielle Jean. Reshma Kocher. Caitlin Laurel Oberhofer. Crystal Ann Stang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Education. For the degree of Bachelor of Education, Manal Abba with distinction. Danya Ahmed with distinction. Hannah Josephine Albi. Samira Anissa Ali. Jennifer Jean Allen. Kaylin Anderson. Erin Brittany Anderson. Kayla Michelle Andrews. Jessica Emily Arndt with distinction. Yusra Arshad. Kristen Marie Ash with distinction. Sajida Awad. Hannah Rose Ballhorn with distinction. Jelly May Cabello Baneg. Juliana Lynn Jameson Barb with distinction. Tegan Olivia Lee Basso. Spencer Shannon Bodin. David Arthur Bellinger with distinction. Courtney Lane Blythe with distinction. Becca Anna Borges Couture. Kyla Rose Boyce. Ashley Louise Bristow with distinction. Christina Nicole Bruni. Sierra Jean Bunch. Skylena Lillian Sandy Burrows with distinction. Christian Darcy R. Burton. Jerica Beth Cadieux. Elise Mary Edith Calkins. Sydney Morgan Capelli with distinction. Andrew Jake Cardinal. Cecilia Sophie Dorothy Cardinal. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Jessica Dorothy Ben. Letitia Rose Carlson. Tyler Grant Coughlin. Hazel Grace Kavida. Jen Beth Chambers with distinction. Tracy Chan with distinction. Emily Chalkakungit with distinction. Noah Andrew Chapman. Haley Diane Mary Chartrand. Natalia Sue Chubbs Hart with distinction. Cherise Ann Cook. Bryler Sean Joseph Cornish. Jaylyn Doris Kozikar with distinction. Emmy Rose Croy with distinction. Mackenzie Dawn Kailani Dadson. Natasha Jean Daniluk with distinction. Kennedy J. Davidson. James Billy Day. Kylie DeLue. Troy Adam Durr with distinction. Tristan Scott Dexter with distinction. Timothy Paul Cancino Dickett. Gabrielle Alex Dingman. Megan Angela Dobler with distinction. Devin Johan Doherty. Jenna Pearl Dolan. Scotia Dort. Jacob Miller Douglas. Erica Nicole DeBrule with distinction. Kiara Earth Dueck. Paige Amber Ekdahl. Alexandra Brooke Enns. Carly J. Arian. Jeremy Espinoza. Dara Essien. Megan Louise Evans. Michaela Laurel Fedechko with distinction. Morgan Joan Fewer with distinction. Nida Fiaz with distinction. Abby Kathleen Fontaine. Jamie Ann Ford with distinction. Nika Gabriel Forster. Nicole Diane Fox with distinction. Taylor Melissa Franz. Joey Isabel Frusa. Ariel Dominique Gascoigne. Hayden Christopher Gibbon. Haley Susanna Gibbs with distinction. Avneet Gill. Chell Jennifer Gillard with distinction. Grace Gilroy with distinction. Kendra Lee Glauser with distinction. Jessica Elizabeth Eileen Gauguin. Jenna Golby. Morgan Emily Goldie with distinction. Haley Jade Graham with distinction. Shanaz Marion May Graham with distinction. Corey Catherine Grinke. Kylie Gail Grover. Mariana Soda Goy. Jacqueline Ruth Gurnett. Karen Guthrie with distinction. Danielle Rose Gaidash with distinction. Kennedy Hallback with distinction. Nadine Hassan Hamdan. Bridget May Marlene Hamel with distinction. Carly Jean Haney. Amy Nicole Harmata with distinction. Daniel Noel Harrington. Caitlin Diane Harty. Hallie Audrey Rose Hay. Huda Hussein Haymore. Kendra Lee Nicole Helly. Kiara Faith Heltman with distinction. Michael Terry Herchek. Ryan Philip Ho. Cassidy Alexis Hodson. Mackenzie Violet Holden with distinction. Karis Anna Hooperts. Sydney Bree Hishka with distinction. Christina Santina Iani with distinction. Kaylin Ann Jackson. Zalma Jama with distinction. Tegan Summer Jameis. Jihun Jang with distinction. Antel Javier. Yuzi Jin with distinction. Cassandra Mary Johnson. Avery Skylar Jonah. Serena Inara Kanji with distinction. Oslem Kaya. Laura Eve Keller with distinction. Kendra Marie Kelly. Hannah Kinsella. Receiving today both a Bachelor of Education and a Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, Kennedy Page Kiss. Erica Elizabeth Knight. Shaylee Rain Cocott with distinction. Tanisha May Kozakavich with distinction. Erin Sidney Krenkel with distinction. Emily Mary Cruz. A rock star among friends. Also receiving a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, Natalie Kwok with distinction. Kaylee Elizabeth Freeman with distinction. Melissa Marie Lavalle with distinction. Bradley Ronald Lawrence. Colton James Lawrence. Abby Renee Lemongen with distinction. Isabella Mary Siobhan Lenehan. Tiana Marie Leung with distinction. Ashley Rebecca Lund with distinction. Raijen Luzano with distinction. Tammy Ma with distinction. Erin Janelle McNeil with distinction. Vicky Lindsay Ma with distinction. Shivangi Mahe with distinction. Brandy Lynn Mann. Emily Erin Martin. Erin Marie Martinson with distinction.
Zach James Massingham. Amanda Marie McCara with distinction. Noreen McGuinness with distinction. Tasia Tracy McIntosh. Also receiving today a Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, Natasha McKellar Ellingson. Julia Jacqueline McLaughlin with distinction. Kylie Erin McMahon with distinction. Catherine Margaret McQuaid with distinction. Val Margarita Medina. Kennedy Grace Merrick. Abby Lynn Milgate. Kara Louise Milne with distinction. Amara Mirza with distinction. Matthew Christopher Machulski. Rubar Maradi with distinction. Maya Jean Morrison. Raisa Sanjina Mukith. Kyla Lee Nadeau. Natalie Melanie Traz Nelson with distinction. Amelia Robin Noack. Michelle Caroline Nunweiler. Tasneem Jama Noor. Jake Nystrom. Dylan James Ogrodnik with distinction. Cassie Blair Okamau. Taylor Bree Olson. Shaylin Onofrichuk. Shira Orr with distinction. Kylie L.J. Osborne Marshall. Gemma Lynn Page. Jae Young Park. Yana Helene Pasichnik. Derek Joel Patter. Kiana Lee Andres Peterson with distinction. Madison Erica Fanuff with distinction. Madison Kennedy Fee with distinction. Joseph Malare Pineda. Madison Michaela Prairie with distinction. Joshua Reed Martin Provost. Camille Ariella Kilala with distinction. Blake Radomski. Natasha Rahman with distinction. Courtney Ann Rayburn with distinction. Bryn Janae Renton with distinction. Raymond Kamal Joe Repka. Selena Brittany Darlene Rukma with distinction. Bailey Richard. Zora Roan. Malina Room. Angelisa Leanne Roloff with distinction. Hannah Raquel Rude with distinction. Jen Ann Scarf. Sydney Alexis Schroeder with distinction. Anna Marlene Juliana Schuler. Anne Elizabeth Seath with distinction. Samantha Kathleen Secord. Dylan Fran Sukulich with distinction. David Richard Albert Selwood with distinction. Meghna Sethi. Farah Shahid. Khalud Shamsuddin. Eden Thomas Sharp with distinction. Suzona Shehu. Ashley Schumann. Ashley Kareen Mary Shumsky. Kyle Riley Sieben with distinction. Jillian Taylor Siemens with distinction. Charmin Roberta Simon Bagwandas with distinction. Neelam Singh with distinction. Jade Mackenzie Cinnamon. Kendall Apollonia Slapsis with distinction. Maha Slayman with distinction. Jerry Slemp. Selena Marie Smith. Sherry Lynn Smith with distinction. Lauren Maria Soltis with distinction. Jessica Marie Sorkin with distinction. Anastasia Joanna Sowinski with distinction. Taylor Shea Sparrowhawk with distinction. Sagan Emily June Spear with distinction. Terrell Christine Schmitz Sporns with distinction. Kendra Diane Stamper. Grace Daisy Stunnell. Claudia Suliga with distinction. Sarah Arif Swedek with distinction. Hannah Taha. Madeline Tamano with distinction. Ariana Ela Renee Tan. Kelly Tan with distinction. Jillian Grace Tanton with distinction. Sailor Tarswell with distinction. Hannah Jade Temashowski. Sean Elliott Thagard with distinction. Maria Lauren Teal with distinction. Esther Marie Thomas.
That's Kiana.
Kiana Caroline Denora Thomas. Brooklyn Ann Thompson with distinction. Meryl Kanilang Tiangson. Moira Catherine Tomlinson. Vanessa Toy with distinction. Brianna Tran Lai. Jillian Tyrell with distinction. Evelyn Jane Varvis. Kate Lydia Veldkamp with distinction. Kit Danielle Voth. Tracy Nguyen Vong with distinction. Jin Yamin Wang. Rachel Erin Ware. Jada Welke. Alana Wong with distinction. Natalie Y. Lam Wong. Lauren Marie Wiley. Jinan Bilal Yassin with distinction. Naomi Lynn Zender with distinction. Katie Marie Elsie Zip. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Natalie Kermowel and Professor Roger Epp, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Native Studies and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Arts, Amélie Laboucan. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Natalie Kermowel, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Native Studies. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies, also receiving a certificate in Indigenous Governance and Partnership, recipient of the Faculty of Native Studies Medal, Jack Braden Bartlett, with distinction.
Jack Bartlett is this year's recipient of the Faculty of Native Studies Medal, awarded by the Faculty of Native Studies to the graduating student with superior academic achievement, convocating with an undergraduate degree in the Faculty of Native Studies. Jack has excelled academically during this time at the University of Alberta, achieving first-class academic standing in the last 2 years of his degree and receiving the Jason Lang Scholarship for 3 out of 4 years of his degree program. He completed the Indigenous Governance and Partnership Certificate, during which he worked with the Red Earth Cree Nation to translate academic theses and articles about the culture of the nation into plain language. Jack has also shown a commitment to campus and community engagement, volunteering at the U of A Open House, representing the Faculty of Native Studies, and the U of A Round Dance. This was his favorite event of the year, as uplifting Indigenous traditions, language, and history is extremely important to him. And upon graduation, Jack will be starting a career as an Indigenous Relations Advisor. He is excited about the opportunity to continue relationship building in his community and to work for a better future for all. Please join me in congratulating Jack.
Lauren Kimberly Carter. Holly Elizabeth Cook. Jacqueline Antonia Reed Gibbon. Kaylin Jewel Goodrunning. Brianna Siobhan Makokis. Megan Anne-Marie Olson. Tanya Charity Rain. Selena Nicole Louise Yellowbird, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for the Diploma in the Faculty of Education. Bushra Bilal.
This is Ejimin and this is Okudua.
Ejimin Pamela Okudua. For the degree of Bachelor of Education, Daisy Iris Large.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance. In addition to the graduates of the degree and diploma programs in education, we are also here today to celebrate the achievements of another committed and hard-working group of students at the university. Graduates of the on-campus program are recognized for completing their 4-year program of study. The University of Alberta has the distinction of being the first university to support the continued education of adults with developmental disabilities through the on-campus program. Both the university and the program continue to be recognized internationally for their innovative and pioneering work in creating inclusive learning opportunities for a wide variety of learners. Following the example set by the University of Alberta, Similar programs are now available at universities and colleges throughout Canada, the United States, Australia, and Finland. The graduates of the on-campus program are Dilshir Singh Kang, Benjamin Michael Tanner, Daryl Justine Mariano, Austin Kane Remoot,
Wow, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Now, to our family and friends in the audience, I think this moment merits a standing ovation, so please join me in congratulating our graduates. And to our graduates in the audience, I believe there's another group in the audience that also merits a standing ovation. So if you can, please stand and turn and express your appreciation to your family and friends who sustained you through this journey. And now it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. And before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. And the song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the university's centenary. I think it captures the hopefulness and potential of your days spent at university, and hopefully it will spark many fond memories of your own time here at U of A. The song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and honorary degree recipient, Dr. France Levasseur-Ouimet, and was arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, this is always one of my favorite parts of the ceremony. This video never fails to bring a tear to my eye. I think you're going to love it. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, to the graduating class of 2023, you've shown incredible resilience, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Chris Ashdown, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1978 from the Faculty of Science and 1982 from the Faculty of Medicine. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We're a supportive, proud, diverse global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future adventures.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. To Dr. Fred Penner, thanks once again for sharing your story, your wisdom, and your fun today with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. And in accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. Thank you so much. I also wish to thank our very talented vocalist, Jin Yu, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Thank you so much. And I want to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's convocation. Not surprisingly, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to organize today's event, and I'd like to ask you to join me in giving them a big round of applause. Thank you. After the ceremony, I'm pleased to invite everyone to stay in the lobby and congratulate your friends and family and spend some time together. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore, and more important than ever, how we can steadfastly pursue the truth. All of that is possible when we unleash the creativity, energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. It truly is a gift for me as Chancellor to be able to stand here today and look out on all of you on such an exciting day. It brings such an amazing feeling of hope. I see those sparks of excitement and determination that each of you brings, and it inspires me to believe that the future is definitely in good hands. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you have accomplished in your years at our university. You've spent hours, months, and years listening and learning, digging into complex issues and topics, thinking critically about some of the most pressing issues of our time, sharing time with friends and colleagues, and preparing for wherever your journey will take you next. In turn, we are incredibly proud of you, our newest graduates. You inspire us and bring us hope for the future. Whatever path you choose, I encourage you above all else to understand you can make a positive difference in the world, and we're all counting on you to do that. And I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Thank you again for being here. Congratulations, and enjoy this celebration.
Thank you.